Monday. It's wet, it's cold, and it's windy as hell. And this is a Cozy Womb drive-in. I'm having a late start today, y'all. You know, it's 6:01, and I'm still around my house. Taking back streets to Buckhead. But I'm gonna make it, though. I just really needed that 10 more minutes this morning. I really did. Sleeping with your children is not on the up and up when you got things to do the next morning. It just isn't. It's not in your best interest to have your child kick you in the boobs, in the ribs, and in the face while she sleeps. I don't know what our problem is. And as you can hear, I'm still sick. So, you know, it's alright though. I'm gonna get through this Monday. I got my water, my gallon of water in the car. I got my peppermint tea, 2 bags on it. Right here. Breakfast? What are we doing for breakfast this morning? We might do a quick lemon Luna bar and keep it moving because, I mean, I made pancakes, but I'm just like, Chantal, what's the odds of you really being able to sit down and eat these pancakes this morning? Slim to none. So, yes, we're going to get a bar and keep it moving, get through this day. You know, I thought I was going to put on some shoes today. I didn't. I left with my Adidas slides. You know, I got blazers at work. I'm just going to slip them things on and keep it moving throughout this day because I ain't got time. Like, I don't understand why it's March, what's today, the 12th? And it's still cold as shit. And it's I expect the rain. Like, okay, come on, spring. I expect the rain. But it's cold as shit and it's windy. Like, what is up? Anyway, topic this morning on the drive-in is respect. Respecting the other parent, whether it's the dad or it's the mom, but respecting the other parent. So, it's not really a problem, but it could be an issue if everyone's, interests aren't at hand during this process. But my mom offered to keep Anya and Aria in June in Florida for a month. I would drive down with them, and I'm planning on taking Anya to Disney World for my birthday. June 4th is a surprise. But I was going to leave her with my mom, until probably like the 24th or the 26th of June, and then like fly down and get her and Ari. I don't have to pay for Ari's flight, so that's cool. She can sit in my lap. But yeah, I was gonna do that. So, Anya's already spoken for sure, like she's going, like that's not a problem. I just need to really speak to my mom about me being really like putting a foot down on who needs to not be around her. You know what I'm saying? And she needs to understand that. Sidebar, she bought my 2 books that I'm really like going into details on how I grew up and what things shaped me, and I feel like that will help her understand the importance of what I'm asking as to who I don't need around her. I have to tell my other brother, whose house she'll be staying at, that I'm cool with, how important that is to me, that the girls aren't around the person. And I have to tell my cousin, who lives 5 minutes away from me, how important that is. Just so everybody's on the up and up on Chantal's interests when Chantal's not around. Because I promise you, I will tell job 1 and job 2 to hold off, because I have to go to Florida to handle the situation, and it won't be pretty, I promise you. And I just have to let that be known. The only difference is with Anya's dad, aka her brother, because he doesn't meet me not even a quarter of the way on parent life when it comes to Anya. So I really have a hard time looking at him as her parent or respecting him as her parent. And when I tell you nothing is done and the Skyping or the FaceTiming is at an all-time low on consistency, so I can't even, respect him as such, or, take his thoughts into consideration when it comes to Anya, because he doesn't do anything parental-wise that he needs to do for Anya still. Homie is going on 5 years old and he still can't get it right, but that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, moving on. Now, Ari's daddy, I respect on the same level as a parent when it comes to raising her, choices, decisions, whatever. I respect it. So my mom was like, why don't you bring Ari too? And I was like, I think her dad has something to do in June also. Or is it May? I think it's May. They going on a cruise for his mom's birthday or something. And I would have to watch her. But the thing is, like, my mom having both of them would actually save me time, will actually save me peace of mind, and will actually save me money having them the whole month of June, which I could save to move in October, which I need to do. So I'm just like, cool. I was like, let me ask him. And my mom was like, why you gotta ask if that's your baby? And I'm just like, my mom raised, 4 of her sons, single parent-ish, for the most part, and single parently raised me at 8 years old and older by herself. So I understand her saying, why you gotta ask him, Jason, that's your baby. Okay, cool. But I'm not raising Aria as a single parent by myself. I'm actually sharing Aria with her other parent. So his thoughts on the matter are important to me, to listen to take heed on, and to check in with. So I was like, no, let me ask him, and I'll let you know. So she was like, okay, cool. So as soon as I got off the phone with her, I called him. He didn't answer. I tried to FaceTime him. He didn't answer. And then he called me back in like 10 minutes, and he was like, you called me? I said, yeah. I said, I have a question for you. And he was like, what's up? I said, my mom offered to keep Ari in June, and then I would like fly down and get her and Anya. What are your thoughts on that? He's like, I said, she won't be at the house that she's at, around that person. She would be at my other brother's house, which I'm very cool with. My other brother has 3 other kids, 2 girls, my nieces, and a son. And they have dogs, and he has a big backyard where there's tortoises in it. They go to the beach often. My mom will be there a whole time. Very great with kids. His wife will be there. My cousin's down the street. His son is the same age. They get to hang out together. Really enjoy the summertime as kids. And my mom really hasn't been around Ari since she was like 2 months. Not even, probably a month and a half. And I think it would be really good for them. So he was like, I don't know. And the situation with homie, and I'm not cool with that. I already know the situation with you, how you grew up, and I don't know them. So I don't know. I want to keep Ari. I said, are you sure? Because I know work-wise, time-wise, if you have anything going on, that will help you out also. He's like, let me think about it. I was like, okay. And I respect it because I did tell Ari's dad years ago importance on how I grew up and why I am how I am around certain people, especially now as a mother, why I'm very protective, or I'm very sure about who watches the girls right now. And they could be friends with kids and could be friends without kids. I'm just very, who here? Where you know them from? Am I comfortable with them? And before I just have my kids around somebody, because you just never know people, and people are people before they're anything else. Listen to me, people are people before they're anything else, before they're mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever. You have to look at people as people first. It will save you stress, it will save you time, it will save you anger, sadness, everything. I promise you. Take that with you, put it in your pocket, remember it, please. And be super protective of your kids, because you just don't know out here. You really don't know. And me respecting his thoughts and asking him and making sure he was okay with that's important. And I feel like a lot of parents, whether you're together, whether you're not together, and me and ours that are not together, but we still respect each other's thoughts when it comes to Ari. I feel like that's very important as parents, and we really need to stress that and stop making decisions when you're equally sharing responsibility and love and feelings for a child by yourself. Because that tells the other parent that you don't matter, or you don't count, or you're not, doing what you're supposed to be doing for the kids. So why would I call you? Or why would I let you know? Or why was that important? Share the respect. So the respect is always given. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Anya's dad, aka her brother. Because he doesn't know Anya's do's and don'ts. He doesn't know what Anya's not cool with. He doesn't know Anya's allergies. He doesn't know what Anya can and cannot have. He doesn't know what to do with Anya. He has never been alone with Anya more than a day without me. And Anya's almost 5. So it's a different level of what I give him as far as thoughts when it comes to Anya, and what I give Ari's dad, because the responsibility is completely different. It has never been equally shared, and until it's equally shared, then I can't give him something he doesn't know how to handle. Just be open to respecting the other parent. You know what I'm saying? All that petty stuff, indifference that you may have personally with each other, has nothing to do with the child's well-being. It really doesn't. So please respect the other parent. Be open to their thoughts. Be considerate. And lay it on the table and be honest. And I promise you, everything else will fall into place. And that's all I do. After I asked Ari dad that, we got off the phone. There was no text said. There was no hard feelings felt. And I'm just like, hey, it's cool. And you know what I'm saying? And that's it. Just be cool out here. Respect one another as parents. And friends and family, respect parents' choices and decisions when it comes to your kids. Because if I tell my mother something, or my brother something, or my cousin something when it comes to my children, I would hope to God that they will respect it. Because if not, just tell me no. Just tell me no, you know what? I can't promise you that. I can't do it. And we can all just move around. And that's all I want, is for people to respect my decisions and move around. Let's just be cool out here. Till next time, this is Cozy Womb. Be great. Appreciate you. And this man is going ham. I don't know what he on. This is Atlanta. He really acting real sporadic and crazy at this bus stop at 7:16 in the morning. What is going on? My G, he is on one. Let me lock my door. This man is on one. Jesus. People, take care of yourselves, please. Ooh, Jesus. Bye.
Hey, Chan. So, I agree with what you're saying as far as parents watching what they say around other parents. I am not a parent, but I'm on the flip side of it where my husband's ex just says whatever she feels like it about my husband, about myself, and so it rubs off on the other kids. And he has 3. The oldest doesn't want a relationship with him because of all the things the mom has said. And then the 2 youngest, you know, they repeat what their mom says. So it, you know, it's like they'll repeat it, we'll correct them. But I think also from a standpoint of a non-parent, you know, there also has to be a respect factor there as well.